So today I'm going to show you probably the most important idea behind drawing accurately and effectively, and also causing less stress in your drawing. And it's a very simple secret or tip. I want you to start drawing with shapes. The shape might be a circle, square, triangle, okay, or even just might be some sort of line. These are the things that I want you to look at when you're trying to draw things. Okay, another one is symmetry. Some things look the same on each side. If you draw a line down the middle, for instance, a circle, okay, is symmetrical. Later on, we're going to draw a Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse's face is symmetrical. So today, I'm going to draw this Twitter logo. Okay, so let me just sharpen my pencil real quick. Right. And I'll be honest, I've never drawn this Twitter logo before in my life. The reason why I like teaching this method of drawing is because you can draw anything that you want. So just because we're drawing something in class doesn't mean that you have to draw exactly what we're drawing in class. I encourage you to draw things that you're interested in outside of class, and this can follow you for the rest of your life if you follow these simple methods that I'm teaching you on how to draw. So what I would like you to do when you're approaching a drawing, something as simple as this Twitter logo, is what shapes do we see in the image? Now we could draw this square with the rounded corners, but let's even ignore that and just simplify it even more to just the bird. What shapes do you see in the picture? Remember, we're simplifying it, and that's what's going to make it easier to draw. So some of you might see a circle in the head. Okay, but what I see is even a bigger circle here. This is part of a circle right here, this bird. Okay, so this is what I would draw first. And I mentioned before, I'm really against tracing. It's okay for practice, but by all means, any project that you're handing in, you should not be tracing. It can become a crutch, and it makes you less aware of what you're drawing. All right, and it doesn't build any self-confidence. Okay, but if you don't have a lot of self-confidence in drawing, if you have the actual picture, you can certainly make the movements that you see in the picture. Okay, so for instance, here I see part of a circle for the bird, and hopefully this is coming out in the video. The pencil line, you know, I always try to keep my line work real light. Okay, but this would be part of my bird right here. Okay, that's the part I'm going to keep. Now I also have a circle here for the head, so I'm going to put that in here. Again, I've never drawn this before. So that would probably be the second largest shape. If I would extend this is making connections here. If I would extend this bottom wing here, you see how it almost goes through the middle of this circle, right about here? So I'm just going to stretch this out a little bit. This looks like it's stretched out a little. All right, and this is going to go to the middle here. Okay, that's wing one. The next thing I would probably do is add the rest of the wings. And what I'm looking at is not only the wing, I'm kind of looking at this shape here too. Do you see how it almost looks like an upside down shark fin, I guess you'd say, maybe. So it comes out, just looks like it comes out just beyond that circle probably. And I'd say about, here's another little fin shape here, so I'd say it probably ends about here. And I'm just going to draw the shape of the wing without the little scallops yet, till I get it the way I want it. It's a little bit too curved. Notice I'm making mistakes, and I'm simply correcting those mistakes. Look at all those extra lines that I have. All right, that's so that I get this drawing as accurate as possible. Okay, now I have a couple little thin bent triangles that go inside of here. Bends down and then in and then back up. Here I have the beak. Notice I'm using these words, but normally when I'm thinking about just shapes. So these are just two bent triangles. Notice this isn't just a triangle. It's just a slightly bent triangle. That little bit of a difference. Do you see the bend in the triangle? That little bit of a difference is really going to make a difference in the way your drawing looks. Okay, so now I'm just going to go back over and refine it a little bit. This might be a little too long. All right, now you can't see my eyes right now, but I am scanning. Remember what scanning is? It means that I'm looking at this picture as much as I am my drawing. It's really important that you do that. Okay, and last I'm just going to go over it with a really thick Sharpie just so you can see what it looks like. I normally wouldn't do this to my drawings, but just so you can kind of see what the final image looks like. All right, and I think you'll agree it's pretty close, especially for a drawing that I made while I was talking. Remember we talked about left and right brain. It's actually very difficult to connect the two, to use both at the same time. So for me to talk and draw at the same time takes an incredible amount of concentration. Okay, but there's the Twitter logo. What I'd like you to do is try doing this yourself in your sketchbook and draw it with me. You can you can back up the YouTube video and do it again with me step by step, remembering to do these shapes. Okay, if you don't use the shapes and you just do a contour line drawing, meaning you just try to draw the edge of it, it starts to become very distorted. You might end up with a chicken looking type of object. All right, it's not solid looking. So again, my secret and tip to you is use shapes and lines in your drawing. Give it a try.